Oh, yeah. Am I ready? No, let's do this. Uh, I am so excited because this is one of my favorite scientific terms. When I learned about these, my entire brain shut down for a solid week as it rapidly tracked patterns that could mirror these things and bring it in for mirror neuron understanding. Mirror neuron.
Welcome, y'all. We are so excited that you are chatting with us today or joining us for our chat today. This is Neurospicy Dialogues, and I am your host, Kimberly.
And I'm Kara Jean.
And today's word is a
Mirror
phrase.
neuron.
It's a pair of words, mirror neurons.
I, the first, okay, whoa, one word at a time. The first time this came up, so this is not the first time we've attempted this episode. Last time we attempted this episode, my devices went all devicey and the tech did not tech, and there was not a usable recording for this, um, which is too bad because I thought we were amazing. And I'm so excited to do it again. It is not Kimberly's favorite set of words. I love mirror neurons. So mirror neurons, um, my favorite way to teach on mirror neurons is on the Duchenne smile. This is what I'm going to give to all of the audience who doesn't know what a mirror neuron is, and then give your fill in. The Duchenne smile. So Dr. Duchenne, I know it sounds dirty, it's not actually. Dr. Duchenne discovered that when you smile with your mouth and your eyes at the same time, right? It's called a genuine smile or the real smile, the Duchenne smile. When you smile with both of those muscles, what it does is it creates a feedback loop, and it's also a mirror neuron. So the feedback loop is internal. Your muscles contract, your brain says, oh, we must be happy, make happy juice. Your brain makes happy juice. It contracts both when the juice goes through your nervous system. It contracts those two muscles, which then tells your nervous system that we must be happy, and it makes the happy juice, and then which then contracts the. It's a wonderful feedback loop. It's also a mirror neuron. So when I do it, when I'm smiling that smile and your face sees it, because monkey see, monkey do, you will mimic it. Now, this is not just because monkey see, monkey do, but it is genuinely your nervous system vetting my nervous system. It is mirroring that behavior to see what it feels like. So I'm smiling that smile, and now you're smiling that smile, and now your brain has created that. You can literally make smiles contagious because of mirror neuron. I think that is the greatest biohack ever.
It's not like the yawn, though.
No, although that is another one of those. When you hear it, you mirror it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like if somebody smiles, it doesn't make me smile.
Okay.
um I mean, I enjoy seeing somebody happy when they're genuinely happy. That makes me feel good, but I don't think that I mimic that way. That's not my spicy. I think I do the yawn thing because I'm not a psychopath.
Right.
But but yeah, the this, and I think I don't do I think this? No, I don't think this. But it to whenever you say something like that, it always loops. Anytime somebody says the word smile, it always loops back to me of the uh you're prettier when you smile, or like all of those
Yeah.
things that we're told to do.
Yeah.
So I don't think that my brain's response is about that. I don't think that it's about like being defiant.
No.
You
No. No.
can't
No.
make me smile. I don't think it's
Right.
that at all. But I mean, maybe on some level, I haven't explored it yet. So I say yet because now my brain is going to start thinking about this and wondering, because that's my thing. Like I love to look at like what's the source code of everything. I'm all about that. What's the earliest domino I can find
Yeah.
that fell to make this string of things happen, to make this moment happen. Um, yeah, yeah. It's the first time I've called that source code. That's interesting.
I like that languaging. It makes sense.
Yeah, Yeah.
And
Okay,
then
so we're on camera today. This is our third episode on camera. And I realized I didn't really introduce y'all to the dinosaur, which I should have done last week. Like, because we're just getting started with the being on camera part. So there are times where we even forget that we're on camera. And me too. It's not just you, but yeah, me too. Anyway, so I did want to introduce y'all to do you know the dinosaur? This is a cup that I got when I was a kid. It was probably one of those giveaways from um, because there used to be like decent toys and stuff that you would get from the fast food restaurants when you would get your Happy Meal or whatever. So that's probably where this guy came from, was from one of those. Anyway, so that, and it lives here on my shelf. So and yes, today it gave us the word mirror neurons, which, yeah, you're right, it's not the reason why it's not one of my favorite words in my thing. Cara mentioned that is because it's the most sciencey word that's in the cup. And occasionally Kara's going to come up with sciencey words. I mean, she gave us lampreys, for crying out loud, last week.
you're welcome. I'm so sorry.
So nuts. But it was a great conversation. And yes, it has been the bites and leaves a smile has been like on my mind. You definitely introduced something new into my operating system on that one. Crazy stuff. Anyway, so most of my words are a little bit more because I wanted words that were going to be conversation starters. So they're a little bit more left of center. So I when we started doing this, I created a list and I put them all on. So this is our word today, is written, mirror neurons. And I wrote all of them on the back of fortune cookies, just because I have a lot of fortune cookies. And I just thought it would be fun. So let's do what is today's fortune is make happiness happen. Well, that's rude. Don't tell me what to do.
Now I can't be happy. Thanks for that.
Right. Now it's like it's not my idea
fine.
now.
Yeah.
I'm only doing it because the cookie told me to. Or because somebody else smiled. I'm going to loop it back now, finally, from this tangent that I went off on.
I loved it. That's what we do is chase. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And the mirror effect is most prevalent when we are like in random social situations. So you're walking down the road and somebody turns at you and smiles. Your nervous system go back, just as a vetting for somebody you don't know. It is much less common. It is less impactful when you are in conversation or dialogue with somebody that you're used to speaking with, because you're used to their face shifting and changing, and you're in a different relational space.
Right. But it's
so we're on camera. I was on camera.
You can judge it. It's okay.
I don't know what this thing is, guys. Okay, I'm back. We're in.
The joys of being on camera. Y'all, one of the reasons why we put off doing it for so long was because we wanted to be so super casual. We didn't want to have to think about how we were presenting ourselves. And we just finally came around to the idea, okay, we've been doing this long enough. We're comfortable in our medium. And so we felt it was okay for our nervous systems to make this adjustment, and we'll see what happens.
It's definitely going to be entertaining.
Yeah. So, okay. So there's the mirroring thing, like, when you're in conversation, like somebody crosses their legs and then the other person crosses their legs. And this is a way that you can see how like in sync the two of you are. Con artists do this kind of thing all the time so that they are getting the patsy to when they see that person is open.
Excellent for anybody interviewing.
Yeah.
If you mirror your interviewer, they lean in, you lean in, they lean back, you lean back.
Yeah. So it's a manipulation technique too, if you like consciously do it. sort of hacking the thing that our bodies naturally do. But the other thing I love about mirror neurons is how like your brain can learn something by watching. And of course, there's all different types of learners. There are learners who learn by seeing, and some need a more tactile experience to learn something and imprint that knowledge on. But one of the things that mirror neurons do is you see it and your brain takes it as uh, it absorbs that knowledge as though you had been the one doing it.
Piano thing. This is, yeah, this is one of probably why I love the mirror neuron thing is 100% the hack. It's the manipulation of it. It is my ability to choose and impact with what I'm doing and how it can support or direct other people. That is a thing. I have control issues. That's legitimate. And one of my favorite ways of biohacking this came from a piano study. I'm gonna do the study, but my favorite way of applying the study, which also has studies on its own and does work, is through exercise. So I have an exceptional space that I live in with tons of time to go be in it, and I'm never available to do that, right? So exercising is really good self-care that I'm still working on in my life. And this is one of the ways I'm biohacking it is that you just watch the exercise. Now, you can't just watch. You have to watch and imagine yourself doing it. Like imagine that that body is your body and like what muscles would be tensing while they're doing the thing that they're doing. But this practical, so you can do this, and then I go do the exercise like a week later, and my body is like, yeah, we know how to do this. And so I've been learning new exercises, new routines so fast because I'm visualizing and leveraging that neuro pathway. And it all comes from a piano study that I read where they put two groups of piano. Okay, my hands on my coffee. I'm not doing that again. Two groups of students who one group would sit at the piano and practice for 4 hours a day or whatever the amount. And then the other group would sit at the piano and imagine practicing for the same amount of time. And their skill levels would progress at the same level. I think it was for the first 2, 3 weeks. And then they had to have equal practice time to catch back up, but then they could extend another week um, with the imagination and maintain. It is the coolest thing. And I'm leveraging it to learn exercises. Well, technically Tai Chi and yoga. Yeah, I think I'm so smart.
I look forward to hearing how the study progresses
Yeah,
and
it's
seeing when
working. I
you
got
hit that
3 in.
2 week mark
Yeah,
and you actually have to like get up and
do it.
do the thing.
Yes. We have a mass. It's not like mass, like church mass. We just all get together and do yoga on Saturday morning. And Craig and I, because Liam doesn't want to go, so we have to swap. So one of us will go and then the other will go the next week. That's when I practice. So I'll do my videos in between, and then I get to go every 2 weeks.
All
Oh,
right, we'll be checking back in on that to see how that goes. I can't wait to hear how the mirror neurons are affecting it. But the athletes will do that, especially runners, where they're thinking about like crossing the finish line and the body mechanics of that, and thinking it enough can create the muscle memory. Of course, dancers do it with choreography, where it's not just about being active in the choreography, that thinking it and imagining your body going through it is equivalent.
think of Cool Runnings when they're in the bathtub watching the video.
Mm-hmm. That movie. Oh, that movie.
For the money.
Oh, John Candy.
Mm.
But I have to say, I do think of Cool Runnings. Like I watched some of that sport in the Winter Olympics a few months ago, and I was, of course, thinking of Cool Runnings.
Right, right.
I don't know
I'm sure
how.
other people don't, but I do.
Yes, I was about to say I
Yeah,
can't imagine how anybody couldn't, and I'm like, well, if you never saw the movie, then okay,
right.
I could see that. But yeah, it was, and it was so inspirational too.
Yes,
Have a dream,
and
pursue the dream.
culturally, yeah, expansive. It was amazing, especially
Mm-hmm.
for the crazy time of the 80s and 90s.
Yes.
So different.
Oh, yeah. Crazy days. Crazy days.
My son goes, "Oh, it was the 80s," and with this like reference, but like he just knows because in Bluey, there's a whole story that uh, Bandit, the dad, tells about an experience that he had. And he's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It was the 80s. It was a crazy time. And it's things like he's riding his bike without a helmet. Yeah, it was the 80s. It was a crazy time.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just the 80s, the
For
70s, the 60s.
those were wild, though.
Yes.
80s and 90s were crazy. Now it just feels like Delulu all the time.
Well, that's because it is
Yep,
all the time.
all the time. 24/7 Delulu.
Yes. Ah, okay. Deep cleansing sigh to let that
Yeah.
go. Otherwise, my brain will definitely spiral down that rabbit hole, and that'll
No
be
one
our
needs more of that
conversation.
in our life. Yeah. Nope. Think happy, fluffy bunnies, rainbows, unicorns. Fluffy bunnies,
Because
rainbows.
our job is to make happiness happen. So,
So commendeth the fortune cookie.
oh my gosh. Oh, my mirror neurons are tired.
Yeah.
Do they get tired like after, like when you think about exercising?
Yes. I don't know that this is true for everybody. This may be exposing more of my spice than is particularly necessary. And for me, yes, one of the things um, that has that has been consistently true for at least the last 4 years, potentially six, but there was sort of a learning curve for a couple of years. As I have learned about the epigenetics and the neuroscience, and neuroplasticity, and dived into neurodivergence and swam through that rabbit hole. Where we went down to the rabbit hole till we were underwater and swimming through caves under. And the impact of the awareness of those things is that I have a visual hyper awareness now of what's going on in here at different times. And this manifested after a particularly intense study dive session. Is I argued with my own brain. I had a whole disassociative moment where I went deep into my brain and was trying to mediate a conflict between like my brainstem and my frontal cortex. And what happened was uh, there were massive amounts of electrical signals redirecting across my brain. And my frontal cortex was like, hey, 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 did you know that electricity on soft tissue is really bad? It's really bad for it. And my brainstem was like, yeah, man, oh, that's totally true. On all the places that you're in charge of, yeah. you should definitely be aware of that. The ones that you're currently referencing though are under my purview, and they are designed to work within that system. So, well, you're not wrong. It just doesn't apply in this situation. Frontal cortex is like, yeah. That logic, that logic. Also, though, is the singe smell supposed to be a part of that? Like, is there? And the brainstem is like, look, that is such a micro problem. It's part of the process. It's not actually doing any damage. It's just a byproduct of education. And my brain is like, yeah. My frontal cortex. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But did you know that electricity on soft tissue is not good? And so this is a thing that happened. And now when I apply these new techniques to biohack the pathways of my own brain, the arguments just get worse. At this point, my brain seems like, what? No. And my frontal cortex is like, no, I'm really not trying to be. I'm so sorry, but are we sure? So I don't know that that would happen to anybody else on the planet, but that is my experience. As I do these, my brain get really, really tired and it argues with itself audibly.
Okay, that's adorable.
It is fun to watch. Own brain.
Yeah. Absolutely adorable. My brain, like, I don't know where to go with that, but I'm just, ah, I love it. I love it. I will sometimes be in conversation with my body or my mind or whatever, but I don't think I've ever observed two other parts of myself having a communication that didn't involve me. Oh,
If it helps, my therapist told me as long as I am a happy observer and I have control and feel I have agency and impact, it's not.
okay. That's good. That's a good like criteria for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of like the disassociation. If you're choosing it, good. If it's happening on its own, that is a data point you want to start tracking.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my
Yeah, my
gosh.
brain is fun. I don't know if everybody else has these kind of games with their brain, but this has been a pretty consistent pattern for the last 4 years of my life.
It is fun to watch, hear from, the stands as that's going on for you. I am it's a spectator sport. You, my friend, are a spectator sport.
I feel so seen by that. Yes. Thank you for that. Yes.
You're welcome.
There are so many narratives in here going, thank you.
Holy smokes. Hmm.
I don't know how we got here from mirror neurons, but I'm really excited about it. Oh, because the building of the pathway,
Yeah.
the leveraging of them intentionally.
Okay. That was a wild and woolly road. I think the expression is like windy road, but today's was woolly.
I like Lily.
Thank you. Thank you. You can't always predict what's going to be said. by the Neurospicy brain.
It comes out how it comes out.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened is I said the thing
Mm-hmm.
that way.
Yeah. Okay. So my brain is just like bouncing now. And we knew going into this, we like, so we were talking earlier about not knowing which of us is going to show up. And yeah, it's not Sybil level multiple personalities because they're not like distinct. They're just different sides of each of us because we are multitudes. Whitman or Thoreau, I can't remember who said that. I don't know. It doesn't
If
matter.
you said either of those with authority, I would be like, absolutely. Yeah, that's the one.
I'm leaning toward Thoreau, which means it's probably Whitman, because that's part of my dyslexia is like if there are two choices, and I give myself a moment to think about it, it's like the left and right. It's really is a toss of the dice as to whether or not my brain is going to land on the correct one. So that's really frustrating for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned this about myself. So I know if I was on one of those shows like what is it, Let's Make a Deal, where you have to pick between the two things, or you pick between three and then you pick between two, the two that are left. I would be fine on the three, but my brain would like freak out on the two. And so I would have to go with like statistically the stronger option because I have like really crappy instincts when it comes to that. And I have to like chalk it up to dyslexia. I can't think what else it might be other than just insecurity, maybe. I don't know.
There's definitely
Uncertainty.
yeah, uh, right. So we know that when those things trigger, we know that is a shame fear mirror, right? So there is some sort of shame or fear.
I don't think that's happening for me.
Not like shame and fear, like
Right.
like there was a shame or a fear, and our body created a thing. Like the amygdala was like that attaches.
I mean, the very early source code on that might be, but
Yeah.
it's been rewritten so many times that it would definitely be a buried thing.
Was
But
is not what is.
exactly. And uh because yes, especially with like left and I mean so many things my brain would like twist them around, and so I would, if I would just like on impulse say what it was, I might be right, but maybe not. But I don't have negative feelings about myself for
Good.
doing that. I just recognize that sometimes I'm going to get things backwards. And this drives me crazy. So I don't know if this is just me, but like with names and this, I do get frustrated with my brain doing this just because I haven't figured out the hack for it yet. But like if somebody has a specific way of pronouncing their name,
Mm-hmm.
and even if that was my first impulse is, oh, that's how, oh, her name is Cara. Okay, cool, Cara. And then if one day you said, okay, it's not Cara, it's Cara, even though I had never in a million years thought to say Cara, now suddenly my brain is going to get caught in the loop of every time I want to say your name, which one is it supposed to be? Because somebody introduced that second
An option.
option.
Yeah.
Yes. And that I attribute it to the dyslexia and
Yeah.
um, uh, the sometimes inability to like to move forward with the correct one, especially when there's like two options, like the left and the right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I find that really frustrating. And I almost wish like people wouldn't tell me how to pronounce their name.
Or how not to. If they could
Right.
leave out the not tos.
Yes.
Just tell me how to. Say my name is Cara, pronounced Cara.
As in,
And
I
just leave
care about you.
taking care of business.
Exactly.
Yes. I have we talked about this before? I'm not going to try and take us too far down an additional route. And but so I'm going to take us a little bit down there. The so fast, so many words, one at a time would be nice.
I love that y'all get to see this in real time.
It's very noisy in here all of the time.
Well, and their
Now I'm losing it.
songs.
All the playing. Yeah. Currently Oklahoma. I'm not sure why, and that is where we are at.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, now I got distracted.
So you're going to go down a rabbit hole.
One.
Um,
And you said right before
we were talking about Cara having two
oh
options.
yes. Biological. This is it. Whew, thank you for that. The biology of learning from failure. So this I think is so fascinating. And I know you and I have talked about some of this. I don't know if we have talked about it. The biology. So there are people who biologically are not predisposed to learning from failure. They only learn from success. I find that incredibly fascinating because I learn from failure. I have all of the epigenetic tags that allow me to leverage that pathway. Perhaps more than necessary, depending on who you ask. Really good at that. And the simple shift that happens for those who are cannot learn from failure is they cannot hear the not. Right? I think of it as the way you have to communicate with the universe, like if you read The Secret or any of the the four agreements, anything that talks about engaging with the universe in a relational way, will say use the winning language. What does it look like to do it right? Because if you say I don't want problems, but what they hear is I problem, that you are thinking about problems, and it's like, oh, they must like problems, they're thinking about it all the time, let's give them more problems. And it makes me think of that with the languaging. When somebody tells you what not to do, your brain, the brain is struggling with that not word, because now I know there's something that I'm not supposed to do, and so now I'm attached to this thing that I'm not supposed to do rather than attaching to the thing that I'm supposed to do. And what an interesting way if we all switched, just a little switch, and spent less time talking about what we don't want and more time clarifying what is true. Would that change biologically in the human structure? I'm willing to find
Well, it would, because that's how our brains work typically, is not, in most cases, in whatever language. Um,
our current understanding of how the neuroplasticity of the human brain works.
yes, you highlight a thing and it starts to flag and look for the thing. So if I say, I do not want to win the lottery, suddenly my brain is going to start tracking for win the lottery. And it's going to be trying to find ways to do that. Now you can see what I did with that little hack there.
Did. Yes, I did.
I do that with nevers too. Because I've noticed anytime I say never, then that never is going to be challenged, usually within 24 to 48 hours. So for a while, I tried that hack. And so I would never something that I wanted.
never find $50 just lying on the ground all of the time.
Exactly. So we can use this to our advantage.
Biohack of it.
I'm a big fan of that. Anything that I can find a hack and a efficiency for.
And does it make me manipulative? Yes, it does. It does. But I am manipulating me so that I can choose the impact I have on others. And because of that, I'm willing to take into account my ability to do that. And I will be responsible for the impact, whether it is exactly the way I wanted it in a positive way or not, in which case I will own that.
I don't know if this is just semantics, but I would not use that. I prefer the word efficient over self manipulation
That's fair.
because I'm finding an efficient way to achieve that result.
Efficiency. I am always striving for efficiency. I don't like productivity, but I love efficiency.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all about framing. How can I frame this in a way that my system says yes, gives a nice enthusiastic yes to that, as opposed to, oh man, okay, fine, whatever.
My
We want to
nervous
find
system
those
has been in a whole lot
enthusiastic.
of phases. I do much prefer when it's in that, yeah, okay, let's do
Yeah.
phase.
So I always try to find the way. How can I frame it? How can I shift it? How can I uh, uh, be more efficient with my attitude and hack it in a way that
Uh,
gets the results that I wanted?
my nervous system needed to hear that. I
Yeah.
think yeah, ooh, vulnerable moment. I think that I was uh, beating myself up for masking, which is partly true. There's a valid thread there, and it really is more like managing chronic pain, right? When you're managing chronic pain and you skip a day on meds, it's not like you just start the meds up the next day and everything is fine. You have to rebalance because you've actually been holding something steady and maintaining it because it wants to flare up. And my control is like that. I'm constantly that it's just a holding that we are managing. We are managing a holding. And so when it slips, it's not like I just go back to holding. There's so much cleanup involved. It's exhausting.
Mm,
That's where matchbook theory comes in, right? Like I don't just light that match and then that's cool, light the next one. Like I light that match and that choice to potentially let that match goes out means the next one I light takes the whole box. Cool. That's just where we're gonna be. And I hold control and have really been beating myself up for that self manipulation. And is there shame attached to
mm,
that? And how, right? Like what is it? I'm not afraid of other people's impact or experience with that. Most of the time, people are very, very kind, even when I falter, right? So I'm not concerned about that. But switching it to efficiency rather than self control and toxic control and manipulation. I mean, I'm hearing it as I'm saying it out loud. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. Yeah. Yeah. That narrative is relatively destructive. It's not efficient. It's not efficient. It has not been effectively achieving what I need it to do. But thinking about it as being really efficient and allowing for the tools that I have to be leveraged on a regular basis for my own ease, same thing. But doesn't that sound better? Thank you for that.
you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm all about finding ways to be more in flow.
I have a whole journal page I need to go make a little note on. Okay, what I learned now is 24 hours later, a nap, some food, a conversation with my bestie. I'm a better human. What I have learned is
Oh, lovely. All right. So we are going to go consider making happiness happen. Um, because no cookie gets to tell us what to do. Dang it. As we are playing with our mirror neurons. And smile if you want to, or don't. It's all good. Don't let a lamprey bite you. In the
If you do,
meantime,
you will be smiling.
you'll be stamped with a smile. If you missed that, it was last week's episode. Definitely catch that. Oh my goodness. This has been quite the ride once again. Thanks, Cara. Not
Thanks,
Cara.
They're not a hyperly. No, that doesn't work.
No,
This has been
no.
another episode of Neurospicy Dialogues. I'm Cara Jean.
I am Kimberly. And we will see y'all again very soon.